Hi, it's Helen Tarrant. Another episode of Commercial Property Roadshow with Helen Tarrant. Here we're actually going to see a property in DEE in Sydney. It's been a little while since we've been to DEE, and now we can see all of the high rises and then some newly built apartments coming up, and we're coming up to this shopping centre which has been around for a long time, and there's a shop front for sale, and you can see Meriton's built up a lot of apartment buildings in the last 5 years or so, so this area has really changed and become a lot more vibrant. We've got a new fruit and veggie shop here we didn't have before. We've got Howard Avenue over here where we've got some new, more funkier and different cafes, so it's important to have a walk around the area when you're doing your inspection. And we've got the retail precinct here, and we've got the older part of DEE with the older buildings still here as well. And we're about to see a ground floor property, and we're about to meet the agent who's out there already talking, and I'm about to show you what's inside. So let's come in and have a look. What kind of
Jeremiah, nice to meet you. So we've got shop 1B, 12 Howard Avenue. The benefit comes with 6 car spaces, which is
huge. 6
6
car spaces?
Yeah, because they bought it right off the plan, they bought extra. So
wow.
Considering most retailers have 1, if not 2,
yeah,
it's 6. So
and in DEE, that's a direct one.
Yeah, Meriton. Yep. So we just leased it to this lady who does the healthcare. She does the services for elderly, like they organise on taking the shops, cleaning, everything there. So she's ran many of the businesses previously, starting back up here. Shop 61 square metres with 6 car spaces. So the income is
We've just completed an inspection of a ground floor retail shop in DEE. Now this one is going to give you about $58,000 in net rental income. It's about it's a gross lease, about $57,000 in gross, plus there's a $9,000 in the car space. There's 6 car spaces with this property, and they're renting out 2 to other private renters, and then the 4 actually goes to the tenant as well. So I'm just having a look and walk around DEE. You can see that we've got these kind of massive buildings, and they put pressure on rent, so rent will go up over time. And of course, being a retail shop, they've had impact with COVID. They probably had about 6-7 months of vacancies, as the agent has put it, but we've also got some older buildings here in DEE which eventually will be knocked down and rebuilt. But just having population movement in an area, what that does is actually brings more people into the area, pushes the rents up because there's so much more demand for different services, and ultimately that's going to increase the value of your property. So this property is on the market for just under $1 million, which in Sydney, if it's under $1 million, you're probably buying a 2-bedroom apartment across the road, and you're probably going to get about 1% in terms of return, as opposed to this one, a bit over 6%. So when you balance it out, you're still going to get more money out of commercial than you are in residential. And if you were to buy this property, say for $1 million, the positive cash flow on it will sit somewhere around $25,000. So when you're looking at a property, it's always worthwhile to go in, have a look. You can see that they're actually community service type of tenants, so they're sticky type of tenants where they're going to be there to help others reskill, help others with getting respite, and doing social support work. And we know that what's happened after COVID is a lot of people are going to reskill, and they're government grant based, and there's a lot of grants coming through, so there's a lot of potential for them to stay on past the first 2.5 years to have more in the community and actually sign longer leases as well. So that's an upside when you're looking in the future. But also in 2.5 years, our market's going to recover. There's going to be less downward pressure on rent, and you might likely even get a different type of tenant as well. And we can see that previously it's pretty open plan, so it can be repurposed for something else as well. So when you are looking at properties, make sure you look at what it may be in the future, what it is at the moment, and also some of the upside potentials potentially in the future, even if it's a retail property, even if it means an increase in rent, even if it means that in the future that you can get a new tenant for it as well. So if you need help and you need someone to help you find that commercial property, that magic commercial property that's going to deliver you the cash flow you want, then reach out to me at helentarrant.com or email me at helen@commercialpropertycashflow.com.au. And until next time, hit the bell and subscribe, and bye for now.